TD Jakes will have one of the biggest scandals of all time in the Christian church, one of the biggest shaming falls before God finally judges him in taking his life. His name will be named by the people he has been with. His scandal will involve his sexual orientation, and God says that this is when people will finally see who they have been following with a lot of these pastors and spiritual leaders, on top of misleading people, on top of, he called it financial impropriety, which means that there is severe questions about what happens to money in the potter's house. He says that this man is a wolf in sheep's clothing, that this man is a Freemason, and that he is brotherhood. The evidence this bishop will be fighting is hard evidence, and God says he will spend considerable time, considerable energy, considerable power, and considerable money to suppress that evidence so that it does not come out in the legal battles that will follow it.
Welcome back to Media Mesh, where I give you my unapologetic opinion on everything from music, movies, news, reality TV, and so much more as we go down the rabbit hole. And as I always like to tell folks here on the channel, is that this is the home for the intelligent dissection of social media. So if it's your first time, get ready, get ready, get ready. Oh yes, it's on and popping. Now, you know, I did my video the other day, and for the most part, I'd have to say most people agree. However, you have a few detractors out there, you know, still supporting the bishop, you know. But hey, we're about to hear from this sir, ma'am, you know, who has some insight. He was given some details about Mr. Jakes and his love for peach cobbler. You know, black folks, you know, cobbler. You gotta get some cobbler, you know. It's kind of like, you know, some folks be like, oh, I gotta call the ambulance, you know. But yeah, so allegedly, and again, you know, because I hear TD is touching down on us YouTubers out here, just reporting what's out there. Hey, you know, it's public knowledge. That's how the game go. So it's not judgment. You know, it's, hey, it is what it is. And the truth of the matter is, we all make judgments. Read one of the comments, and the person, you know, shout out to you here on the channel, made an excellent point. We all, on a daily basis, make judgments. As you've probably already seen, the prophetess, the lady I was telling you about, her name is Celestial. You know, she said this is going to be one of the biggest scandals. And granted, that was in 2022. So that's what she said. The Lord told her, hey, listen, you got to take it up with the Lord. All right. Now, you know, hey, I'm neither judge nor jury. And what she says makes sense, because you can see it. He already started it. You know, he literally thinks that it's just as simple as apologizing, and he going to keep it pushing. You know, and then he can go back to allegedly wearing a thong and enjoying some peach cobbler. Let's get into it.
I was contacted by this gentleman, Tyrone. Tyrone works on the security team for Jakes at the Potter's house, and it was, you know, early. He had a couple of pictures. He had a picture of Jakes in a thong with a peach cobbler that he had made. And then Jakes had bought him a motorcycle, and he had a couple of pictures of Jakes in a very provocative manner, chest down on the motorcycle and tooted up in the thong. And so they were, you know, it's always when you are a side piece or when you are a...
All right. Well, listen, you heard from Sir Ma'am. Now granted, this is all speculation. Okay. I definitely wasn't there when, Jakes allegedly was tooted up, enjoying some peach cobbler with his side piece. Oh, you know what I mean? Hey, that's not my business, right? But, I have to lend some credibility to Sir Ma'am here. No disrespect. A bit hard on the eyes, but that's, granted, I know my face is not out there either, but, sometimes we probably do need to step away and just speak. Nevertheless, this is the allegations. One person said in the comments, how we basically are making judgments on this guy without rock hard, solid evidence. Like, well, don't worry. It's here you are. Here's some. And as things progress, there's going to be more and more. So there's no real need to be defending people who don't even know you exist. Okay. All right. So yes, excellent orator, as I've said, very motivational, some great speeches and all that good stuff. And obviously there's still gonna be people who still go down there while it's open. They can still go to the Potter's house. They gonna still give their money, and they're gonna still support. And maybe that's because folks are like, well, listen, I'm not perfect either. I have skeletons in my closet, and why not support somebody else that's doing the same things that I'm doing? So hey, whatever the logic is, whatever the reason, that's your business. But do not be surprised when you get public scrutiny when you're the biggest preacher in the world. Okay? That's how the game goes. So if you're going to do this type of things, then you need to have ironclad contracts. Kind of reminds me of the situation going on with Kevin Hart and his assistant. He had a NDA, which most of these people typically do, because you don't want them talking about the crap that goes down in their life. So if you sign on for that, hey, you sign up for that. And if you can't keep your mouth closed, then it's best not to take these jobs. But I digress. In this situation, he could have kept it moving. He had his side piece, big dude at the church, and you would have never thought that. So it was pretty smooth. From the size of this guy, I would have never thought. TD come in there, get ready. Security, are you ready to be swallowed? Have you been swallowed up lately? I know you're securing me, but, I'm feeling a bit freaky. You see me with my thong on over here? Hey, give me that doggone peach cobbler. Cheese. Hey, listen, this is not, some people think it's not funny, but I mean, it is what it is. You put yourself out there, you got to do better. You got to tighten up. A lot of these celebrities are doing all types of stuff behind the scenes, but they're doing it with a very small circle. Those who haven't come to light now, but now, hey, you got that Epstein list. That's going to be releasing the names of the people that have been flying over to the island and getting it in. So that's going to be eye-opening. And the truth of the matter is, all your favorite people is on the list. Yeah. All your celebrities who have taken the oath. Yeah. Everybody from the, and they're going to be the biggest people. Like, I've already seen the list. But, I guess for the people who need rock hard evidence, it's coming. And then I wonder what people are going to say then. When your favorite singer, who lets you know the girls run the world, when her name on there. And then, in New York City, your favorite rapper from New York, tell your life begins when the church ends. All these different people, hey, when your favorite person likes to give out cars on their TV show, billionaire, whose house amongst other celebrities' houses just happened to remain in perfect shape over in Hawaii. when those wildfires, really wild. But they were really wild if you think about it, because you know what? If you look at those homes that were destroyed, it got everybody. But then there was just this one particular area where the people just happened to be celebrities, nothing to see there. Just so happens they had the blue roof. But ironically, it worked out having a blue roof, which most people would think is kind of odd. Have a roof over your head and it's blue, but you know what? It saved their houses, all their property. Amazing. I digress. But anyway, back to Jakes. Hey, listen, brother. My advice would be trying to, first, number one, step down. I mean, that goes without saying. But I guess when you're the king of the castle, I don't know who has the ability to tell you to sit down, but that might be best. Sit your A down. You need to sit down. Because as he said, even if it were true, so if anybody that says even if it were true, you already know they lying. You all right? Who says that? If you do some craziness come out about you and, well, listen, even if it were true, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to repent, go to God, and he going to set me straight. We good. Yeah. So yeah, you need to sit down and try to get right with God, get yourself together, before you get up out of here. You've enjoyed the fruits of, hey, I don't know if it's whoever blessed you. Right? It could be God. Some people say, hey, the devil blesses his people too. And when you're in brotherhood, as Miss Celestial says, or you're part of the team, the elite team of people, they bless you. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they definitely look blessed, as far as financial gain and all the trappings that come along with quote unquote success in this world system. Absolutely. Oh, maybe go talk to him. Yeah, maybe you got to go talk to the devil and be like, hey, listen, man, what's going on here? I thought the purpose of me coming out here was so that people can look at me and take my doctrine that I'm pushing and mislead themselves, and be misled, shall we say, that allows me to get more money and they stay broke. I thought we had a deal. Like, what's happening right now? Now you got my business on Front Street. It's affecting my money over here and I'm working for you. You know what I'm saying? We got to talk. Listen, this is all speculation. So again, TD, don't get mad at me. Small fish, big pond. So you sending letters out to folks, well, his quote unquote ministries have been sending letters to YouTubers and, reaching out to Twitter, all that type of stuff. That's unnecessary because it's already out, brother. So you can't spin the narrative at this point. It is firmly cemented in the minds of people that what took place, allegedly. You gotta say that. But it is what it is. Stand on it. Until next time, peace and blessings.